Hi guys, wanted to record this short video um, because I was thinking about something yesterday. I was trying to figure out a better way to write and why writing is so difficult when you sit down to write as opposed to when you're on your own and you're just thinking things and they sound fantastic and magical, but then whenever you put them down they look like crap. Um, but it led me to talk about, and I can't remember how or why, and yes, I do talk to myself until I figure some things out, or at least I think I figured things out. And one of the things is I've been reading a book, which I usually read. It's, uh, I think it's Jesus and Buddha Going Home by Thich Nhat Hanh. Not a bad book, and I've heard this a billion times throughout reading Buddhist books and stuff, and it's showing loving kindness and stuff like that. Um, but the biggest thing that, and I don't even know if I read this, but it just kind of dawned on me, was to show loving kindness to yourself. Um, and this is obviously something that I've had a problem with. There was a book that came out, it was called Love Yourself Like Your Life Depends on It. And there was a lot of good intentional stuff in that book. But the premise was like, you gotta remind yourself and tell yourself all the time, literally hundreds of times in the mirror that, I love you, you're a good person. Um, but it doesn't work. It's, at least for me, and the author will even admit, if you don't do it consistently, it falls apart. So why is that? Well, it's something that I've learned through my exercise, and it's quality, not quantity. It's not just about telling yourself, hey, I love you. It's about feeling, not necessarily I love you. I mean, you should love yourself, but to be kind to yourself. To be kind to yourself whenever you're upset, whenever you've messed up at your job or something like that. To not beat yourself up, even when other people may be beating you up. And the reason why I talk about that is because there's a big thing going on in American society, which is just be positive. Just be positive. Stop being negative. Like negative shouldn't exist. Like, emotions are real. Being sad and angry isn't a bad thing. They can be bad when they're overused, and in the wrong context, but they're not bad emotions. You shouldn't wipe them out completely. And the reason why I made this video in the first place is to get to this point that I'm getting to here now, and that is there's a trend. Not everyone who does, but a large portion of people who kill themselves, their friends and family always say the same thing. I don't understand what happened. They were always so positive and full of smiles and full of life, and it was so sudden. I had no idea what happened. And the reason for that is kind of through this little story that I'll just tell you real quick. A friend of mine told me that he gets down, he gets depressed like we all do. And his mom saw him, and she's like, "Oh, hey, honey, how you doing?" And he's like, "Oh, not doing really too good today. I'm a little sad and upset, a little depressed." And she's like, "Oh, turn that frown upside down," and that's the problem. you know we're told, just be positive, just put on a smile, just go out there and put on a smile. What you're doing is you're trying to sprinkle glitter on a pile of shit. It's a pile of shit. you know but showing loving kindness to yourself, it says that's okay. It's okay that you feel like a pile of shit, but you're still important, and you're still a good person. I know that you feel bad right now, but that's alright. We can work through this together with yourself. You know, that's how you do it. There's a movie to kind of, what's it? metaphor or, describe what I'm talking about. I'm at the 5-minute mark. I'm trying to cut this down here. Ernest Scared Stupid. I love it. Still scares the crap out of me. Still scared. I'm 25 years old. Still scares the crap out of me. So you can imagine what I felt like whenever I was a kid. But the troll in that film attacks people. It takes kids and turns them into little dolls and stuff. And the monster feeds on people's fears. Just like, what I'm getting at is we all have a little monster inside us, or as I like to say, we put them in a little cage, and we ignore it. We're not going to bother with it. It's not I'm just going to put on a smile today and, be positive. I'm going to be positive, not negative. I want to be positive. And then we ignore it, and it grows. It grows. And it feeds off of this inner darkness that's inside of us that we don't let out to acknowledge. And eventually, the monster gets so huge that it devours its host. And I believe that's what's going on. People are taking their problems and the society saying, we don't want to see your negativity. Don't be negative. And they're like, well, I guess I can't show that. So, I'm going to tuck it away and just put on a face. So the monster destroys them because it's gotten too big. They haven't acknowledged it. They haven't taken care of it. And getting back to Ernest, what happens in the film, which is very amazing, and I love it that that I was able to think about it, is just that in order for the monster to be destroyed, you can destroy the trolls through milk. He thinks it's Miak, but it's not. It's milk. That's classic Ernest. But anyways, but there's a bigger way to truly wipe out the troll, the big troll, and it's getting uglier and meaner, and I get terrified by the end of the film. But what happens is Ernest dances with it. There's a witch in the film, and she says, I can't remember all the details, but pretty much, you gotta fight this hate and anger with love. And Ernest dances with the troll. This thing is terrifying looking at the end. And then he kisses it, and the thing explodes in a ball of light. And that is what we all need to do. I mean, for lack of a better words, I mean, it's just a really great way to describe that, but that's really what's going on, I believe. I could be wrong, but, I look at these things pretty deeply, and that's got to be it. I mean, I was arguing with a friend of mine, and they just kept saying, stop being negative, you're such a negative person. I'm not a negative person, I'm a genuine person. There's a difference there. I don't like being fake, and I can catch fake people from 5 miles away. Being fake is not going to get you to where you want to be as a good person or anything like that. But and being genuine, a lot of people will take up the cross, so to speak, and just, well, I'm negative, but I'm genuine. Showing loving kindness to yourself, it's okay that you feel like this, but we can get through this. You know what I mean? I'm not going to beat you up, me, because you failed at the job interview, or because this person told you you were crap. You're fine. We'll take care of this. So showing loving kindness to yourself first, if you're going to show it to other people. You can't be kind genuinely and loving to other people if you're not first to yourself. And that's what you need to do. I mean, that's the circle right there. You can only give what you have for yourself. So that's what I wanted to, just record this little video. I'm going on the 10-minute mark, so this is going to be, I hope not, a pain in the butt to upload. Thank you for watching, and hopefully not falling asleep. Hopefully you could hear me okay. It's raining, and I'm a little bit soaked. but that's fine. Alright, thank you again for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Japanese peace signs, you know, cutesy. Alright, let's go before this gets too weird. Bye.